we are more vigilant, we are more concerned about what happens in the counties, because that is where we are going to survive. Our people have no other way of getting government resources. We thank Raila Odinga for having fought for devolution. And therefore, even if our people are not at the center of government, we have the counties that are supposed to give us service. And there are certain things that happened during the regime of Rasanga. And I fear that during this regime of James Orengo, those things, if they are not addressed, they could still reoccur. I want to say that all of us know that the regime, Rasanga regime, for the last 10 years did not do much. Sometimes we put the entire blame on him, but sometimes we feel that we cannot blame him entirely. There are certain actors within the operations of county governments that really should take blame when the regime fails. So Rasanga should not be blamed entirely for the failure of this regime. We need to identify certain actors that also assisted in those failures. And that is the reason why I've called this press conference. I called this press conference because I want to address the Speaker of the County Assembly of Siaya, who I think is the main reason why the devolution in Siaya has not succeeded. And one, the people of Siaya have gone to the elections and they have elected their leaders. They've elected the MCAs, they've elected the governor, they've elected the deputy governor, they've elected the members of parliament and the senator. And the people of Siaya are governed through their elected representatives. And the people of Siaya participate in the day-to-day governance of the county. This is how they participate. They participate when they are consulted during budget making. When budgets are being made, the Constitution demands that the people are consulted. They are asked, what do you want the county government to do for you? What do you want national government to do for you? What do you want CDF to do for you? So these consultations always happen. Unfortunately, after these consultations happen, the Speaker of the County Assembly, at the tail end of it, decides to change all these proposals which our people have given out for development projects. And this is something that we must highlight. For instance, in 2020 financial year, I went for public participation during the budget making process for Siaya County government. And in Nyajuk sub-location, we say that the only project we want our Chingwangi dispensary to be enhanced through construction of a maternity wing, and that is the only project we proposed. But when the budget was passed in the assembly, it was removed, and again what was given to us was some funny road was budgeted for to be opened, to be done, and that was just one of the proposals we did. So we have realized that the person who is changing these things is the Speaker of the County Assembly. And we want to urge the Speaker of the County Assembly that this time around, when the Governor of Siaya is James Orengo, we want the Governor of Siaya to be given the mandate to run the development affairs of the county through consultations with the people of Kenya. The other issue which I wanted to raise, which is very important, is that there have been proposals to build the residence of the Speaker of the County Assembly of Siaya. This proposal has been in the budget since the last government. There have also been proposals to build a new county assembly. And every financial year, a lot of resources are retained towards this idea. Unfortunately, this has not been happening, or unfortunately, it does not happen. I want you to understand why we do not need to build a new office or a new home for the governor, for the Speaker of Siaya County Assembly. You remember recently there were proposals to build a home for the governor, and there was an uproar where the citizens of Siaya said, no, we don't want to build a home for the governor. That's not a priority. We are also saying that it is not a priority to build a home for the Speaker of the County Assembly of Siaya. It's not a priority. And we cannot spend about 150 million shillings to build a home for a Speaker of the County Assembly of Siaya. Somebody who has not been elected by anybody. Nobody knows him. He did not go for any election. Even if you ask a voter walking outside there who the Speaker of Siaya County is, they don't know that person. So we don't want that such amount of money to be used to build a home for a resident, one resident of Siaya who is not known by anybody, who was not elected by anybody. That is one. Two, the other issue of building the new offices for the County Assembly of Siaya is another area which I want to discuss. And I want to say that the SRC gave guidelines for the budgets that can be used to build residences for the Speaker. And also there are also guidelines on the amount of money which can be used to build offices for the County Assembly or the Speaker. And the budgets are there. You cannot spend more than 200 million to build such a structure, especially in Siaya. But every financial year, you go and look at the budgets. The County Assembly of Siaya retains about 600 to 800 million shillings. That this is the money they want to use to build a new offices. I was at the County Assembly recently, and I saw the offices they are using are very good. They are in very good shape. The offices are very beautiful. I am asking myself, why does the Speaker of County Assembly wants to retain 600 to 700 million shillings to build new offices? For whose benefit is that? We are at a time when the Minister of the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury has said that we have to tighten our belt. I think you guys have seen that the resources that we are going to generate will not be able to sustain us. How come in Siaya we are going to use 600 million to build an office for the Speaker? For whose benefit is that? I want to address the Speaker and urge our MCS to instead use that money to institute development projects in their wards, projects that will benefit the people directly, people who give them their votes. So I'm asking the Speaker that this is not something that is a priority. And in this coming budget, please remove those allocations, give them back to the county government so that those resources can be used to do projects that impact directly on our people. We need every ward, every sub-location to have dispensaries with doctors and nurses that can attend to our people. We need to enhance the agricultural programs that have been initiated. The fertilizer program, the seeds program, those are the things we need to work on. And those resources can better be used in those areas. And lastly, I want to urge the Speaker to ensure that there is proper oversight on the county government, because that failed oversight is the reason we don't have serious development in our county. And oversight does not mean coercion. It does not mean extortion, because there's some levels of extortion which we are seeing, where the county assembly knows that something has been done wrongly in the executive, but instead of bringing up that issue, they prefer to be bribed, to be given money. The Speaker prefers to be given money so that he keeps quiet. That is not what we want. We want proper oversight, so that if somebody's money is getting lost, we want that matter to be followed to the end, so that we retain our resources for the good of our people, but not coercion, not extortion. Thank you very much.
Excellency Governor, Mr. Speaker.
Convocation by the Honorable Speaker.
Governor James ORENGO, the
governor of Siaya County, the Senate elected assembly. Pursuant to the standing order number 13, 1 of the county assembly, provides gazette notice number 12098, which was published in the Kenya Gazette on the 7th of October 2022. I gave notice for this sitting to all members and the general public, which read as follows. Pursuant to standing order number, as we administer this oath.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to present you Mr. Frederick Jambo, a law who is duly nominated by the ODM party to represent people living with disability status.
Wadwa ni mondo walosi weche county wa Siaya, nikech county wa Siaya ni ema wadongo. Waonge gi any other county manyalo konyo jothurwa e weche mag maendeleo, weche mag tuoche, weche mag somo, weche mag pur. County wa ni ema wan go. Omiyo wadwa ni mondo higani kod higni mabiro wadwa ni mondo wabed machiegni gi county mondo wang'isgi gik maricho kod gik mabeyo. Omiyo aluongo mondo awachnu ni gik moko mosetimore e county moko nyal yie. Ok wanyal yie ni speaker ma Siaya ng'ama ok oyier kata gi jopiny ma jopiny kia kawo milion 100 gi wiye nodwa gero go ode modakie. Ode modakie no to osebedo speaker higni 10 to osebedo kochamo msara. Ang'o momo ne gero ode? An MP Malego koro adhi tamar ariyo to nagero na oda gi pesa kana ti bank msara. Omiyo onge haja mondo ng'ato kawo pesa milion 100 ni gero go ode. Ot monyalo gero gi pesa wuon gi misache. Omiyo adwaro mondo awachne ni budget ailano ogol, kik oket budget ailano. Mar ariyo, nitie pesa ma speaker keto milion 600 odwa gero go ofise mobetie mos mowinje maber. To already for the last 10 years en ga office mobet gae. Kendo assembly ma Siaya en assembly maber molo assembly state. Kinyalo dhi kata Nakuru kana idhi ni assembly ma jogo yale, ok en assembly aila marwani. Assembly man go ni maber molo assembly state. Omiyo milion 600 ma kendo Mr. Speaker oketo ni dwa gero go ot moro manyien. Mano pesa mok nyal timre. Mano pesa ma nyaka ogol mondo pesa no duok ni Orengo otigo i weche mag chieth, i weche mag pur, i weche mag basari. Sani nyithindo dwa dhi skul dwaro basari. Ok en pesa monego kan ni gero go office ng'ato. Kendo adwaro mondo anyis jotelo ni wawinjre ni kapok wawinjo maber itelo momiwa japiny okungo winj maber. Ok odwa nobed gi jotelo magin ber gi magirango office ma yom magirango mantie aircon ema gidwa ni gibedie. To japiny mago kura machulo tax to chandre kor gweng' kucha gima cham onge. Omiyo adwaro ni mondo wach mar gero office gi milion 700 ma Mr. Okode dwa gero mano gima kik timre. Kendo ase decide ni kochakore week manyien, dwe manyien, ana wuona dwa wuotho Siaya kae ward ka ward mondo atim public participation ni jopiny ka be giyie ni milion 600 oger go office Okode. Milion 100 oger go dala Okode. Adwaro mondo atim gino kenda wuon kendo abiro wuothi ward ka ward Siaya county te. Abiro dhi Bondo, abiro dhi Raried, abiro dhi Alego naka, abiro dhi Gem, abiro dhi Ugenya nyaka wahakikisha ni jopiny oyie ni pes gi otigo i yore ailago. Speaker ma county assembly ok en ng'ama jopiny oyiero, en ng'ama jopiny kia. Jopiny ong'e mana MCA, ong'e mana MP, ong'e mana women rep, ong'e mana governor. Omiyo ok odwar ng'at moro mobiro mokwany from nowhere omi office book ren kore en gi power modwar mondo kaw go pes jok mwandu jopiny otim go kaka odwaro. Omiyo mane wach madwaro mondo awach kendo adwaro mondo wach ni ochop ni jopiny kamoro amora nitie ni mheshimiwa Tandi Meli biro biro kama intie no. Abiro biro penji ka gik ma wacho gin gik midwaro kata gin gik mok idwaro. Pero kamano ahinya. Wach mogik en ni i ofisa kae wadwa chako chiwo forms mag basari. Basari forms ibiro chiw ward ka ward, sublocation ka sublocation, kendo wabro lando centers mipoge forms, to jopiny biro biro to ikawo form mari tifilo tiduoko within 6-7 days. Iseduoko form wase process bursary mari mondo idogo e school. Adwa ni joturo obed alert. Wabro keto loudspeaker mabro lando weche mag forms go i ward ka ward mondo ing'e kumi dhi kawe form mondo ikaw form mondo ifil. Ero kamano. Adwa kendo awach ni wadwaro mondo county assembly ocheck sirikal mar executive mar county government. Mano tijgi. To wadwaro mondo bed cheko mar adiera. Ma kineno ka gimoro rach, to gino nyaka iwach ni gino rach mondo los. Ok ni ka gimoro ineno ka rach ti iluro mondo uchuli pesa mondo isim gino kik iwach. An kanyo chani parliament higa mokalo naneno gik marach e sirikal. Nawacho ni Rotich ne ng'ama ne kwalo pesa. Kendo report mar audit manomiya mana somo mana iwach Aroran Kimwarer na somo kenda ma wacho ni afwenyo ni these are the gaps manentie wach project. Kendo ne mana abedo MP mokwongo wacho gino e Kenya temo wacho minister no we tich. To ka ji wacho no ni aonge facts, donge ni an gi facts, donge no we tich. So wadwaro ni mondo wabed gi oversight ma genuine, koda oversight mar extortion. Ni aneno gima rach to governor luori miya pesa mondo waum gino. Mano gimo ok bi konyo jopiny. Ibed ng'ama cheko ne jopiny gima rach tiwache kendi i follow up mondo gino lu mondo adiero wuogie. To wadwaro oversight matimre kae mokode timo en mana mar extortion. Mar ni chula akal ni gini chula timni kamano mago gik moko moko wadwaro sai. Wadwaro mondo watim jopiny mondo jopiny oyud ber mar offices ma jopiny omiyo. County government ok nitie gi executive motelo gi governor, to nitie assembly. Koro samoro waketo blame tend rasanga no fail to ok wach ga kuma ne assembly to notimi ang'o e weche. Sama projects ma stadium okwamo, project ko wach stadium idhi tim within 2 financial year, to higni 10 rumo kapok otieke. Assembly gi speaker en gama achiel ni menene nyaka nene ga kanyo. To ene motingo beno timo oversight, en mondo beno keto budget. Ento dako se penye to gigirem gana tintie. Omiyo samoro wa blame rasanga no fail, to kik wa blame rasanga kenen ke tie jogi ji speaker ni usebet kae en ang'o no time obe onego penye to fail gi nango ming'e. Okonyal wacho ni no lera sa duto tena ena kanyo. To ni jomoko ema wacho ni richo, to en obe en kanyo. Omiyo obe nyaka koro chak ka blame kuom gik maricho matimre county assembly. Ok ni eno ler to jomoko ema nyocha winjo ko wacho ni wan wasetimo tijwa wase kalo ni assembly budget. Ikalo budget nadi to pesa mang'eny ng'wano iketi assembly dwa gero go odi gi ofisi. Koro ere kaka konyo en ni ikelo pesa mang'eny ni jopiny okony ngima jopiny. Ok ni inyalo kalo kata budget manyiewo kela konyo jalego na Siaya nadi. Los budget ma genuine ni pesa manyien okel manyowa Nairobi nyegi ni bilion 8 to bilion 9 bilion 7 waweyo ni executive mondo tim godo project. Wan wakawo na mathin, wakawo na milion 500 kende mwakawa ka assembly mwatimo go gikwa. Mak pesa mang'eny wawe kocha, to ka pesa mang'eny ibe dio koni ibedo atimo go projects magi ma personal maonge bearing to the voters ma Siaya. Koro mani ikonyo sirikal nadi. So those are the things that we want to see done correctly.
Excellency Governor, Mr. Speaker.
convocation by the Honorable Speaker. Governor James ORENGO, the Governor of Siaya County, the Senator elected Assembly. Pursuant to the Standing Order number 13, 1 of the County Assembly, provides Gazette Notice number 12098, which was published in the Kenya Gazette on the 7th of October 2022. I gave notice for this sitting to all members and the general public, which read as follows. Pursuant to Standing Order number, as we administer this oath.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to present you Mr. Frederick Jambo, Olo, who is duly nominated by the ODM party to represent people living with disability.